们2位是美中关系全国委员会的原来会长，最早的跟中国的老朋友。这是大使夫人 ，Ambassador's wife， yeah， 谢谢。
谢谢大家。
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good evening. Welcome to the Chinese Embassy. I'm Anqi, and it's my great honor to be your MC tonight. In just 2 days, we will celebrate the 76th birthday of Motherland, the People's Republic of China. Also in 1 week, it will be on the Mid-Autumn Festival, or better known to foodies as the Mooncake Festival, a time for getting together with our loved ones and sharing happiness and joy. While we are far away from home, it's our great pleasure to have so many friends, old and new, join us tonight. Together, let's celebrate this special moment and also the bond that unites us across borders. Now may I invite all of you to rise for the national anthems of the United States of America and the People's Republic of China. Thank you. Please be seated. Over the past few months, we've witnessed a new start for China-US relations. And now let's recap some of the highlights through a video prepared by our embassy.
"中国愿意同美国做伙伴、做朋友。我们处理中美关系的根本遵循，就是相互尊重、和平共处、合作共赢。
China and the United States can together solve all of the problems of the world."
with creative solutions, find new areas of cooperation, and explore a wide way for China and the US to get along with each other in a new era, based on the principles of mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation, to the benefit of both our two countries and the world at large.
与中国同行就是与机遇同行，相信中国就是相信明天，投资中国就是投资未来。
This is reflected in the 20 key measures outlined in the 2025 Action Plan for Stabilizing Foreign Investment. The government work report emphasizes stabilizing trade, attracting foreign investment, and advancing the orderly opening up of sectors such as the internet and culture. Pilot programs in telecommunications, healthcare, and education will expand, reaffirming China's commitment to opening up and global cooperation. Economic cooperation has always been a cornerstone of China's relations. The business communities have always been the backbone of our practical cooperation. I would like to encourage all of you to build up what has been achieved, both take a long view and focus on the present. Lead by example. Speak up for exchanges that matter, and take actions to facilitate mutually beneficial cooperation, so as to jointly sail the giant ship of China-US relations across stormy seas and onto a steady course.
And I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm so proud that Apple has an exhibit here with our partners. I value them very highly. You cannot do what we do without them.
中美关系希望在人民，基础在民间，未来在青年，活力在地方。
Well, 8 decades ago, batches of young Americans headed to the Eastern Battlefield, dedicated to safeguarding justice. More than 2,000 flying tiger pilots laid down their lives in the skies over China, and over 1,000 American soldiers fell along the Stilwell Road. We will never forget the friendship between Chinese and American people through life and death in that war. Then we'll pass it down from generation to generation.
How our young people get along with each other will shape how our two countries engage with one another. We need to give full support for every engagement between our youth. Progress has also been made in technological innovation. The Chinese space station we just saw in the video is a vivid example. The Chinese station has achieved the tremendous transformation from standing up and growing prosperous to becoming strong, and has found a Chinese path to modernization. China will continue to meet people's aspirations, pursue the larger interests of all countries, and make greater contributions to the peaceful development, to peace, development, and modernization of the world through its own development. As a force for stability in the world, China provides certainty for eliminating the deficit in development. In the face of rising protectionism, a widening wealth gap, and sluggish global economic growth, China has upheld openness, inclusiveness, and win-win cooperation, and maintained steady economic development. Its GDP expanded 5.3% year-over-year in the first half of 2025, continuing to rank among the top in major economies. For over 10 consecutive years, China has contributed over 30% to global economic growth. According to IMF estimates, when China's growth rate rises by 1%, growth in other countries increases by around 0.3 percentage points on average. While some countries are closing doors, China has taken the initiative to open wider and stayed firmly committed to expanding unilateral and institutional opening up. It has built platforms including the China International Import-Export, the Canton Fair, the China International Fair for Trade in Services, and the China International Supply Chain Expo. China has also offered zero tariff treatment for 100% tariff lines to all least developed countries having diplomatic relations with it. The Belt and Road cooperation has lifted over 40 million people out of poverty. China will continue to provide new opportunities to the world with its further development. As a force for peace in the world, China injects positive energy into fixing the deficit in security. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. As the main Eastern battlefield, China made indelible contributions to the victory of the World Anti-Fascist War, with 14 years of heroic resistance and over 35 million casualties. History should not be tampered with, and the truth should not be distorted. Only when a correct historical perspective on World War II is upheld can humanity prevent tragedies from repeating themselves again. The world today is far from tranquil, with traditional military conflicts intertwined with non-traditional security threats. Over the past 76 years, China has never started a war and has been the major country that keeps the best record in terms of peace and security. From the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence to joint boundary surveys and demarcation with neighbors. From the launch of the Global Security Initiative to the establishment of the International Organization for Mediation. From promotion of political solutions to hotspot issues to active participation in UN peacekeeping missions. China has been a staunch defender of world peace in both policy and practice. Every increase in China's strength is an increase in the prospects of world peace. As a force for progress in the world, China contributes wisdom to resolving the deficit in governance. To address the dysfunction and ineffectiveness in the current global governance system and the unjust and unreasonable arrangements, President Xi Jinping has put forward the Global Governance Initiative. Its core principles include adhering to sovereign equality, abiding by international rule of law, practicing multilateralism, advocating the people-centered approach, and focusing on taking. The key is to respect each other's core interests and major concerns, so as to install a safety valve for bilateral relations. The Taiwan question bears on the political foundation of China-US relations. If not properly handled, it could cause confrontation or conflict. The US side should exercise extra prudence on the question. Abide by the One China principle, 3 Sino-US joint communiques. Stop spreading the fallacy that Taiwan's status is undetermined. Avoid challenging the consensus of the international community, including UNGA UNGA Resolution 2758. And refrain from trespassing or crossing the line. Also, facts have proven that tariff war or trade war produces no winner. Attempts to seek decoupling and disrupt industrial and supply chains will only destabilize the world and benefit no one in the end. The positive progress in our economic and trade wars has shown that equal-footed consultation is the right way forward. When China and the US work together, the world feels reassured. If we confront each other, the world would be left unnerved. Our 2 sides need to keep to the bottom line of non-conflict and non-confrontation and add more stability to the turbulent world. We need to enhance popular support for our relations and be promoters of goodwill between our people. As President Xi Jinping pointed out, the hope of China-US relationship lies in the people. Its foundation is in our societies. Its future depends on the youth, and its vitality comes from exchanges at subnational levels. From ping-pong diplomacy to pickleball exchanges. From the bond with Korea to the friends of Korea. From the Flying Tigers to the Flying Tigers Friendship Schools. And from President Xi Jinping's old friends in Iowa from 40 years ago to the new friends visiting China under the 50,000 in 5 years initiative. Bridges of mutual understanding and affinity have been built across the Pacific, one after another. And stories of friendship and cooperation have unfolded across time, one chapter after another. Here, I would like to share with American friends some good news. You not only can enjoy China's 240-hour visa-free transit policy, but also will be able to apply for a Chinese visa in just several clicks through the China Consular Affairs app very soon. So you can embark on a trip to China whenever you like. We hope the US side will move in the same direction and facilitate our people's exchanges and travels too. Ladies and gentlemen, as a Chinese saying goes, a mountain is formed by layers of earth and an ocean by drops of water. After 76 years of hard work, the Chinese people know clearly that happiness and bright future will not come on their own. And success favors only the courageous and the perseverant. Likewise, the China-US relationship has never been smooth sailing. Let's adhere to mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and booming cooperation, and jointly ensure that the giant ship of China-US relations, which carries with it the well-being of more than 1.7 billion people, will not lose direction or speed, or have a collision, and will break waves and forge ahead along the right route. Last but not the least, I believe many of you know that our embassy has been a frequent winner in the Embassy Chef Challenge contest in recent years. Today, our amazing chefs have each prepared several signature dishes which you can enjoy later. Bon appetit in advance. Now, may I propose a toast to the 76th founding anniversary of the People's Republic of China, to the friendship and cooperation between the Chinese and American people, and to the health and happiness of all friends here and your loved ones. Cheers!
Thank you, Your Excellency, for that powerful message. Let's honor the legacy of the past, celebrate the achievements of the day, and jointly create a brighter future. Dear friends, the stories of China and China.
希望大家喜欢。
It's so exciting, and I believe their performance will be as beautiful as Elliot's Chinese. And now, please, to show respect for our musicians, may I request you to kindly silence your mobile phones and enjoy the concert in quiet. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and immerse yourselves in the wonderful world of music.